Once upon a time, in the quaint farming village of Meadowville, there stood a humble scarecrow named Sam. Sam had been guarding the same cornfield for years, faithfully watching over the golden crops day and night. He wore a tattered straw hat and a faded plaid shirt, and his old denim pants were filled with hay. To the villagers, he was just a stuffed figure, but to the crows, he was a constant source of annoyance. Every day, the crows would gather in the nearby trees, eyeing the delicious corn. They would caw and squawk, plodding their way to the feast below. Yet, no matter how hard they tried, they could never outsmart Sam. He stood tall and unwavering, a silent sentinel in the field. One sunny morning, as the villagers were sipping their coffee and watching the crows' failed attempts at thievery, Farmer Joe had an idea. He decided to organize the first ever Meadowville Cornfield Guardian Awards to honor the scarecrow that had protected their crops so faithfully. The entire village got involved in the event. They decorated the cornfield with colorful ribbons, and the local children made a big sign that read, "Outstanding in his field, Sam the Scarecrow." The award ceremony was set for the following weekend. News of the event quickly spread to neighboring villages, and soon, everyone wanted to attend the Cornfield Guardian Awards. Farmers brought their scarecrows from miles around, hoping to win the coveted title. But Sam was unfazed. He remained as stoic as ever, standing tall in the field. The day of the awards arrived, and the field was filled with excited villagers, farmers, and their scarecrow creations. Each scarecrow had its unique style and flair, but none could match Sam's steadfast dedication. As the mayor began the ceremony, he listed the qualities they were looking for in the winning scarecrow: unwavering dedication, resilience, and, of course, the ability to keep the crows at bay. The tension in the air was palpable as the crowd held its breath. In the end, it was no surprise to the villagers when Sam was announced as the winner. The applause was thunderous, and Sam's straw-stuffed chest puffed out with pride, though he couldn't move. The other scarecrows hung their heads in defeat, but they couldn't help but admire Sam's resilience. He had been outstanding in his field for years, and now he had the award to prove it. From that day on, the crows knew they were no match for Sam and his newfound fame. They gave up their corn-stealing ways, and Sam continued to guard the Meadowville cornfield with the same unwavering dedication that had won him the award. And so, in the quiet village of Meadowville, Sam the Scarecrow remained a silent, but proud, symbol of dedication and resilience. The award may have been a bit unconventional, but it was a reminder that even the simplest among us can be outstanding in their own unique way. In the years that followed Sam's triumphant victory at the Meadowville Cornfield Guardian Awards, the crows had been plotting their revenge. They couldn't stand the idea of being outwitted by a mere scarecrow, and they were determined to reclaim their corny feasts. One fateful autumn, the crows assembled in secret, devising a plan to challenge Sam's reign. They had observed his habits and knew that he was always on guard during the day, but at night, he stood motionless. The crows decided to strike under the cover of darkness. As the moon rose high in the sky, the crows descended upon the cornfield, cawing and flapping their wings. They swarmed Sam, trying to peck away his straw and loosen his grip on the field. It was a fierce battle in the darkness, but Sam, with his unwavering dedication, held his ground. The noise woke up the villagers, who rushed to the cornfield with lanterns and pitchforks. They saw Sam standing tall, surrounded by crows, and knew they had to act quickly to save their crops. The villagers waved their lanterns and shouted, scaring the crows away into the night. Though Sam had faced his toughest challenge yet, he emerged victorious once again. The villagers were impressed by his resilience and heroism, and the news of his brave battle with the crows spread far and wide. In the following months, something unexpected happened. The people of Meadowville started to see Sam as more than just a scarecrow. They saw in him the qualities they admired in a leader: dedication, resilience, and a commitment to finding fair solutions. Inspired by Sam's example, the villagers decided to hold an election for a new mayor. During the campaign, Sam ran as an independent candidate. His platform was simple but powerful: He promised to find a way for both the villagers and the crows to coexist peacefully and share the cornfield. He proposed setting aside a portion of the crops for the crows and enlisting their help in keeping pests away from the rest of the field. The election was a close one, but in the end, Sam emerged as the new mayor of Meadowville. His first act in office was to fulfill his promise. He established a Crow Citizen Council, where representatives from both sides could negotiate and find ways to ensure a fair distribution of crops. Under Sam's wise leadership, a compromise was reached. A portion of the cornfield was designated as a Crow's Corn Corner, where the crows could feast without fear. In return, the crows helped keep other pests in check, making the entire field more productive. As the years went by, Meadowville flourished. Sam's commitment to fairness and his ability to find common ground brought prosperity to both the villagers and the crows. The village became a symbol of harmony and cooperation, and Sam's reputation spread far beyond the cornfield. One day, Sam received a surprising invitation from the United States. The country was in need of leadership that could bridge divides and find common ground, and they saw in Sam the qualities they were looking for. With the support of the villagers and the crows, Sam ran for the highest office in the land. In a historic election, Sam was elected as the President of the United States. He brought his dedication, resilience, and commitment to fairness to the highest office in the land, working tirelessly to find solutions to the nation's most pressing problems. And so, from guarding a humble cornfield to becoming the leader of a great nation, Sam the Scarecrow's journey was one of extraordinary resilience and the enduring power of finding common ground. He proved that even the most unexpected leaders can make a difference when they stand up for what is right and work for the benefit of all. In the twilight of his presidency, Sam the Scarecrow had accomplished more than anyone could have imagined. The United States had become a beacon of cooperation, and Sam's legacy was one of unity and fairness. But as his second term drew to a close, Sam couldn't help but feel that there was still more to do. One crisp autumn morning, as the leaves fell around the White House, Sam made a surprising announcement. He declared that he would not seek re-election. Instead, he felt a calling to a different kind of service, one that would take him far from the cornfields and into the skies. Retiring from the presidency, Sam embarked on a new adventure. He decided to join the U.S. Air Force, inspired by the idea of protecting not just one cornfield but an entire nation. Given his unique background and his reputation for facing adversity head-on, the Air Force welcomed him with open arms. Sam went through rigorous training, learning the ins and outs of modern aviation. He was a quick learner, and his dedication was unwavering. Before long, he was piloting a state-of-the-art fighter jet, the Freedom Falcon, with a mission that would take him across the world. But this wasn't just any mission. It was the most unusual and important assignment anyone could have imagined. Reports had surfaced that Russian crows, led by a cunning and ambitious crow known as General Kravsky, were launching daring attacks on crops and farmlands across the globe. It seemed that the crows had formed an organized alliance to expand their territory, and the world needed a hero to stop them. Sam, with his intimate knowledge of crow behavior, was uniquely qualified for this mission. He soared into the skies, his fighter jet streaking through the clouds. As he engaged in dogfights with the Russian crows, he used his knowledge of scarecrow tactics to outmaneuver them. His jet became known as the Scarecrow of the Skies, a symbol of hope for all those affected by the crow menace. With each battle, Sam's determination never wavered. He led the charge against the feathered invaders, always mindful of finding a way to coexist peacefully. Slowly but surely, the Russian crows realized that they were no match for Sam's skill and determination. One day, after a particularly intense aerial battle, General Kravsky surrendered. He acknowledged Sam's strength and commitment to peaceful resolution. Sam, with his characteristic wisdom, proposed a treaty that would ensure the fair sharing of crops and the protection of both crow and human interests. The treaty was signed, and Sam's mission was complete. He returned to the United States, having not only defended his homeland but also helped broker a peace agreement with an unexpected adversary. His story became legendary, and he was hailed as a true hero. In the end, Sam the Scarecrow had gone from guarding a single cornfield to leading a nation, and finally, to defending the world's crops from a feathered threat. His journey was one of resilience, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to finding common ground, no matter how unlikely the circumstances. And as he watched over the fields once again, he knew that his work was far from over, for the world would always need a guardian of peace and fairness. After his time as the leader of the Eagle's Claw Strike Force, Sam felt that he had seen enough battles and yearned for a new challenge. He had been a symbol of unity and fairness both at home and abroad, and now he had a vision for bringing that same spirit to the international stage. Sam turned his attention to diplomacy, leveraging his reputation as a peacemaker and his unique experiences to become a diplomat for the United States. His journey took him to foreign lands, where he engaged in sensitive negotiations and helped forge alliances in troubled regions. One of his most significant diplomatic missions took him to the Middle East, a region plagued by conflicts for generations. Sam's ability to find common ground and his unwavering commitment to fairness made him a trusted mediator in this volatile landscape. While in the Middle East, Sam encountered a surprising twist of fate. General Kravsky, the Russian Crow leader he had faced in the skies, had become an unexpected advocate for peace in the region. General Kravsky had turned away from his past and was now working towards reconciliation between warring factions. Sam, initially wary of his former adversary, was open to the idea of working together for the greater good. They found themselves sitting across the table, representing their respective sides, but this time as diplomats striving for peace. In a dramatic turn of events, they realized that their past battles had shaped their understanding of the importance of fairness and cooperation. Together, they brokered a historic peace agreement that brought an end to decades of conflict in the region. Their ability to find common ground transcended species and borders. The world was astounded by the transformation of these former adversaries into peacemakers. Sam and General Kravsky's story became an inspiration for reconciliation and cooperation around the world. In the end, Sam's journey had taken him from guarding a simple cornfield to leading a global diplomatic mission for peace. His story was a testament to the enduring power of dedication, resilience, and finding common ground, even in the most unexpected of circumstances. Sam's legacy as a symbol of unity and fairness continued to shine brightly, reminding the world that there was always a path to peace, no matter how unlikely it may seem. In the twilight of his remarkable life, Sam the Scarecrow had seen and accomplished more than he could have ever imagined. He had risen from humble beginnings guarding a cornfield to becoming a symbol of unity, fairness, and diplomacy on a global scale. But as the years passed, Sam's straw-filled frame began to show signs of wear and tear. One serene autumn day, as the leaves turned shades of gold and crimson, Sam made a decision. He had reached the age where the weariness of a lifetime of adventures was beginning to catch up with him. He decided it was time to retire from all his roles as a leader, a diplomat, and a guardian of peace. Returning to his original cornfield, where it all began, Sam felt a deep sense of nostalgia wash over him. He stood amidst the familiar rows of corn, his straw hat casting a long shadow in the setting sun. The soft rustling of the leaves and the distant sound of the wind brought a sense of calm he had not felt in years. As he gazed upon the tranquil field, Sam couldn't help but reflect on his journey. The rush of life, the battles, the negotiations, and the adventures had all been incredible, but he realized he had missed something important along the way: the simple joy of taking life slow, of feeling the gentle breeze and watching the seasons change. Sam had always been in a hurry to protect, to lead, and to make a difference, but in his haste, he had overlooked the beauty of the present moment. The cornfield, with its rustling leaves and the golden glow of the setting sun, reminded him of what truly mattered. With a sense of contentment, Sam decided to take it slow. He retired to his original post as the guardian of the cornfield. He spent his days standing tall amidst the swaying cornstalks, but this time, he wasn't fending off crows or leading armies. He was simply there, a silent sentinel, embracing the peace and simplicity of life. As the years passed, Sam watched the changing seasons with a newfound appreciation. He marveled at the beauty of the sunrise and the tranquility of the sunset. He learned to savor each moment, each rustling breeze, and each passing cloud. It was a different kind of adventure, one that required no rush, no battles, and no negotiations. In his final days, as the sun dipped below the horizon one last time, Sam knew he had found what he had been searching for all along: the wisdom to take life slow and to appreciate the simple joys that had always been right in front of him. With a heart full of gratitude and contentment, he closed his straw-stuffed eyes and peacefully faded into the memory of the cornfield, where it all began.